Pharmacology is the study of drugs. We're interested in how do drugs work, how do drugs interact with the body, interact with tissues in the body, such as the brain, the heart, the lungs, and how do drugs interact with the cells in those tissues, and potentially the molecular basis of that interaction. Are the drugs interacting with proteins? Are they interacting with DNA? Basically, how do drugs work? Well, one of the big reasons for coming to UCD to study pharmacology is our excellent teaching facilities. We also have a very strong laboratory practical component of our degree. So we have a number of research and teaching labs here in the O'Brien Centre, where we have many different setups to study drug interactions with cells, with tissues. And we have the latest technology basically available to study drug and mechanisms of action in the body and in tissues and in cells.
So I think pharmacology has definitely changed my perspective on how I see the world. I've started to question even more things, around me. When I see, a certain medicine or a certain disease, I always think to myself, okay, how can we cure this? Is there any things that we can do in the future to prevent certain diseases? And it motivates me to make a difference in people's lives.
To begin with, in first year, we offer the foundation to the discipline of pharmacology. So biology, chemistry, physics, to understand basic mechanisms in biology, and then how pharmacology relates to that. In second year, we start to study the principles of pharmacology and begin to look at the different organ systems in the body and how drugs interact and function to regulate and combat disease in those tissues.
Being a pharmacology at UCD, it's very versatile, so every day is different. You could be having labs one day, or you could be having full-on classes another day, and some days you might not have any classes at all, so it's a very flexible course.
In third year pharmacology, students have the opportunity to study abroad for 1 or 2 trimesters. So we interact with partner universities in the USA, Australasia, Europe, and we select courses for our students equivalent to what they would be studying here in third year to enable them to go and experience a broader international aspect to the pharmacology discipline.
Luckily, last semester we actually did a module called drugs in the central nervous system, and here we were introduced into the different classes of drugs that are able to treat neurodegenerative diseases like Parkinson's and Alzheimer's. So I found that really fascinating, and also it kind of motivated me in a way that, hopefully one day in the future that we'll be able to come up with a cure to cure people with these life-threatening diseases. Something that I enjoy about UCD is, I think, the ambience in the campus itself. There's always something going on every day. It's very lively, and the people in UCD, they are very helpful and super nice. And also something I admire about UCD is the different clubs and societies that they have available to students.
Well, pharmacology would be of interest to a number of different students. Students who are interested in biology. We do a lot of biology in terms of the body, physiology, and how drugs interact with the body and the different organ systems, and how we treat different diseases. Students interested in chemistry would also find it interesting. We're interested in how to design new drugs, how to synthesize drugs. Students with an interest in medicine would also find aspects of the course very interesting. Again, looking at drugs, how drugs work, understanding disease, and really driving the discovery of new drugs and having better treatment for diseases.
Because of the common entry, you're able to try out a lot of different subjects, and it'll give you an opportunity to really see what interests you in the end. If you are deciding to study this course in UCD, I would definitely say go for it.